Hey everyone, this is Aaron with Crypto Trends. Today, June 4th, 2019. BTC. Yeah, it's in the news, isn't it? Where should it go? So this is some shark talk, okay? So on this channel, we have a bunch of sharks and so on and so forth. And I am actually going to be taking the side of the whales. So I'm pretending that if I am a whale, where should I go? Where should Bitcoin go if you are a whale? We're going to be discussing that from that point of view. It should be kind of fun and interesting. So please keep that in mind. And also that this is not financial advice, just my opinion. And yes, I already need more coffee. Hectic day trading, that is for sure. So have you guys been trading? Yay, nay? Let me know in the chat and stuff. So let me make sure that I am indeed doing that. Hey, there's Charlie Brown. Hey, Charlie, thanks for joining. Just starting this thing up. So let me pop this bad boy out. There it is. So in this particular video, we are covering, like I said, the point of view of a shark. Okay. Actually, well, I'm a shark, but if I were a whale, what would I do? Okay. Okay, so this chart here, and hopefully you guys can see that. Let me make sure the settings here that I don't have the thin bars on. Okay, so they're off. Okay, so I'll scroll in here. So this chart is on the 30-minute, okay? And it is the Dow Industrial Index, the DJI. It's the Industrial Average Index. And as you can see here, we've been in this trading channel. Let me scroll in here a bit to make it larger. Okay, there. Let me bump it up, move it down a bit. Wonderful. Okay, you guys can see that. Get off of there. Okay, so we've been in a nice channel doing some upper bounds tests, some lower bounds tests, so on and so forth. The Dow is just doing beautifully. It's doing its thing. It's coming down here. Nice little markup. We came all the way down here into what could be considered a spring, perhaps. So this is getting a lot of people excited in the Dow, in the market and stuff. We've had this. We came on down. We recovered quickly. There's even a gap there, right? So that's exciting. It's above this line right here, which is the automatic rally. Now, keep in mind that a lot of traders in the stock market are not familiar with this type of charting. Okay, usually you have the larger institutions that are familiar with Wyckoff for the most part of charting, but you know, a lot of traders in the stock market and stuff are retail. Okay, I still consider them retail. Anyway, so what do we have going on here? We have our automatic rally line. We had some secondary tests and stuff like that. Yeah, buying climax, came back down here. This looks a lot, one could say, is distribution, but is it really? No, it's not. It's hidden. It is, well, it's a quasi distribution. Yeah, right up in this area here, but for the most part, this looks like a standard distribution, but it's not. It is, let's put it this way. It's a markdown to get more liquidity actually into the market. Okay, they want more liquidity in the Dow. Imagine that. But yeah, so this is going on. Reason I'm saying that is because these spikes are too volatile. Okay, they are too volatile, and I am on the 30-minute. I'm on the 30-minute right now. Okay, so these are really too volatile, going up and down to be just standard markdown type of distribution, standard, you know, blah, 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 going on down, that type of thing. Right now, it hit its low, and it looks like it's going to be bouncing up. And this is to create excitement, okay, because you have the NASDAQ, you have the NYSE, you have a whole bunch of other exchanges. They want transactions as well. They want the liquidity. They want the turnover. They love that stuff. Anyway, so yeah, we can look here, and it just broke down. This could be a possible spring. So we'll see what happens, and we're looking for right now a test to this higher upper bounds range right up in here. That's in between the purple and the white line. The white line is The purple line is the previous buying climax, okay? And then you had some up thrusts here. Came back down. Notice how that slammed back down all the way to the automatic rally. And then it went below and up, okay? So that is basically, what is that going to be doing? This is going to be creating buying in here, up in this range, right? And so it'll come up here, and then it'll eventually go up, right? It'll eventually go up there. So please keep in mind that is not to scale. This is not financial advice. This is just like predictions and stuff of the Dow. So why is it going to go up? Well, you know, for liquidity and stuff like that. And what is this going to do? This is going to create excitement. This is going to make the people in the stock market think, oh, they're really smart. They're so smart. They can invest in anything and win. They're awesome. And they're going to be taking some profits, a little bit of profits along the way, and they're going to be seeing dollar signs. And they're going to say, oh, you know what? It might not be a bad idea to take that 1% of my portfolio and plop it all over into Bitcoin and stuff like that. And then you probably have like 5% of that or whatever amount that's going over into Fidelity and stuff like that. Okay. Anyway, what I'm seeing is that the stock market is going to have some nice days ahead. People are going to get confident, and we're going to start seeing migratory investing, to where we actually have people that are coming from the standard traditional markets over to Bitcoin, including the hedge funds. So the hedge funds are going to get, they're going to be like this too. The hedge funds are going to be like this as well. They're going to see the dollar signs. Let's say, hey, let's go pop it over into Bitcoin. So speaking of Bitcoin, let's go take a look. BTC. So what does this have to do if you're a whale? I started typing in whale there. Let's look at USD 30-minute Bitcoin on Bitfinex. Here we go. And hopefully you guys can see this. Let me see if you guys can you see that? If not, let me know. Anyway, so here we go. So if I'm a whale, what has happened? We had a whale come in and take some profits, okay? They wanted liquidity. So they came in, took some profits. Let me scroll in here so you guys can see the lines. Okay. They came in here. We had a slow pump up. So a slow up thrust. It actually went above the line. And yeah, lo and behold, it comes down and does a test. Imagine that. But right now, as far as the testing line goes, if they go below this red line, okay? So if you're a whale, and if you go below this previous buying climax here, you're going to be treading in some dangerous waters, all right? Because in this area here, it's infested with sharks, okay? Or whales that are larger than you. And you might think, oh, you're a huge whale, but you're not that large, okay? Nevertheless, so you're here, and you're thinking, okay, well, what do I do? What do I do? There's hardly any activity here. There's no buying, you know. There's no buying. There's like nothing. It's like this market is completely illiquid. People have strong hands. I can push it up and they don't buy. I can drop it down and they don't buy. They're just not buying. It's because they're out of money, guys. They're out of money. And so what do? How do you get them to buy? They're not buying on the lows and pushing it up. Okay? This is the retail investors. The retail investors and the larger investors are not buying it up. Why? I mean, you gave them this nice little chart here, and then you dropped it down. You gave them this huge nice push here, right up here at the bottom, right? They're not doing anything, are they? It's like kicking a log. It's like kicking a log. It's frustrating. Okay, so how do we entice these other smaller whales and smaller institutions and stuff like that to come in and buy? Obviously, it is not. If we try to do it by going down to the low part, we really risk losing a whole bunch of coins. Okay, and we do not want to risk a whole bunch of coins, because that's the purpose of this thing, is to have as many coins as we can to shoot it up, right? So, yeah. What did I just say? We want the coins to shoot it up. You had a test down here, and that was about it. Way back when, before it got bumped up, okay? The thing is that sometimes you got to give it more steam. So let me take the auto off here. So if I was a whale, what I would do is, the thing is that we want to bump it up, okay? Come along here for a little bit. Let them cool off. Bump it up. Then give them some hope, okay? So this is what they want to do. We want to do that. We want to get them into FOMO. We want it to come down. And we want it to go up and then start really giving these people hope. In the meantime, the people over on the NASDAQ and Dow side of things, they're going to be looking at that, and they're going to think, oh my gosh, that's a spring. Okay, now this is to fool the institutional investors that are consider themselves whales. Okay, so this is what we do to do that. So we can bump it up, bring it up here. We check the previous levels. Okay, we're going against the previous levels, so everybody that's TA and stuff thinks that they're smart. Yeah, it's going to come up here. We're going to fake a little bit of resistance, okay? And then we're just going to bump it up here. And then up at this line, we're going to say, okay, where this previous AR is, we're going to say, okay, well, let's take it right about here at that level. Let's give it some resistance. Make people think, okay, yeah, they're so smart because previous support is resistance, right? Okay. Let me clear those lines up. Okay, so we have that. So let me get rid of this other line here. All right, let me redraw that. Let me pick a different color of the path of which we should follow. And, and guys, keep in mind that I'm just pretending like I'm talking to a bunch of whales, okay? I'm recommending to them what I think they should do. And no, I don't know any whales, okay? This is fun. But if I were a pretty big whale, this is actually what I would do, okay? And it's part of put yourself in their shoes. Think like them, okay? Put yourself in their shoes. Because they're not scared of retail. They're scared of other sharks and whales. Yeah, sharks will come and nibble at them and eventually kill them. Whales can just swallow them. Anyway, moving on. So what we're going to do, if I was a whale, yeah, we're going to bump it up, okay? We're going to bump it up to entice basically the fund managers, okay? We're enticing the fund managers. So we bring it up here, make it think that they're smart. Bring it up to another level here, okay? We're going to bring it up to this level. Great. Drop it down to 0.50 because they look at fibs instead of Wyckoff. And then we can bring it back up again, stabilize it, come above, do another little test, come above, hit here, give them some resistance because that was the last buying climax. Also, if we scroll out a bit, what do we have over here? Not much. Let me go to the 2 hour. That's not showing much. Let me go to the day. Let me put auto on. Okay, so what do we have going on over here? So we're about right at this white line level, right around in this area. Okay, so that's an important thing. So we'll come up right around in here, which is, yeah, that's an important line right there, which is the 89. So let's call it 9,000 range. Okay, so let's go back in to the 30. Let me bring this thing down. Whoops. I always do that. Okay, so yeah, here's the 9,000 range. Previous buying climax right here. Yeah, it poked up a bit around 9,100. So what we're going to do is we're going to bump it right here. And then people are going to think there's going to be a lot of resistance right on this line because it's a big even, right? We're not gonna give them resistance. We're going to disrespect what they think. And we're going to shoot it up to, let's say Let's bring it up to a strange number. How about 10663? Okay, so that's a good one, 10663. Okay, so there's our target. Oh, that's not a good one. Yeah, why not? Close enough, right? Okay. So then we bring it on up. We hit this area up in here, which is looking good. And by this time, we sit and wait. People are going to be selling up here, so it's a chance for reaccumulation. Okay, they're going to be taking profits. So that's a chance, another chance for reaccumulation. Bounce around here, give them another little spring thing, and then shoot it back up. Have our back up to the creek. Whoa, okay, and then we go, and where do we go from there? Let's shrink this down a bit. Let me go out to the 4 hour. Okay, so that brings us right around above this level here, which is an important one at 11.4. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to come up actually to these points. Yeah, right about where I did it. Let me draw a line. So we want to come right here. Let me color that. Let me get out of there. Get out of there. Oh, what should we color that? We'll color that pink. We'll make it a thin solid. Okay, so that's where we eventually want to do it. And then we want to establish a range between there and where should we establish a range at? Let's take it back down to this previous one. Okay. And we'll move this one actually up a tad. All right. Okay, so that will be our trading range for a while. And then we can do some spikes. Let's say we'll spike it up to here every now and then. Okay, so let's make that dotted. Okay, Wales, you listening? Yeah, you're getting an education, right? So where's my little thing? Let's make that dotted. Let's do a dash. Okay, fine. All right. So let's scroll back in. Let's go to the 1 hour. Why not? Okay, so that's our reaccumulation area that we're going to establish around 10.6. Okay, and so then what? We're just going to bounce it around these two lines. Let me go ahead and I'll do a nice blue for you. Okay, so we're going to come up and then come down and go like this, right? The standard pattern, maybe dip a little bit below, do a nice up thrust, have a couple failures, that type of stuff. And then we'll take it down and we'll just take it up again. Okay, now this is on the road to the 20. So we want to be real careful right around the 17,000 mark. Okay, so I'm going to draw a red box at the 17,000 mark. You're asking, why do we want to be careful at 17,000? That's because that's where a lot of people that got in are, it's close enough for them to dump, the long-term holders. Okay, so let's color that red. Let's do a fill of red, make a little bit more. Okay, there we go. There. Okay, excellent. So let's scroll on in and let's make this. Where's the bottom of that? 14. Let's bring that up. Let me put my cursor there so I can see. So we'll do it just below 17. Close enough, okay? So be real careful of this range here. We can expect a heck of a lot of liquidity. Heck of a lot of liquidity coming in here at this range, which, you know, we very well might want. We might want liquidity, and yeah, I do have a bar up there. Imagine that. Okay, so we want to bounce it around here, and eventually, however you guys want to do it, we want to do some periodic tests up here around the 12.9, and then basically take it up here, and then do some tests and really check the volume coming in. Now if they come down in with the volume, what we want to do is, if the volume really just starts coming in, right, what we want to do is just let it come on down back to this level, and we'll see what happens. But we don't want to take it below that level. We'll try to hit it here first and bounce it here, bounce it first, bounce it on down, right, on the different levels. But if they want to come down here, yeah, we'll just open our mouth, swallow all that they have, and then just try this again and bring it up until this liquidity is gone. We can just keep on going up here and puncturing this thing to let the coins fall out until the liquidity is dried up. Okay, so you have the liquidity. You want to get the liquidity, because then when you have the coins, and after that you're going to do a test. We're going to start doing tests here, going like that, doing little pretty low volume tests. Okay, again, they'll come up like that. All right, stupid little tests. We'll do that, and then once we get something like that where it can't go down all the way, or it goes down and it just shoots up, you can shoot it up quite easily, so your efficiency has increased. Well, then let's take it up again to, let's say, what's a good number to take it up to? 2019. If we can get it to the, let's say, right in here, this range. Okay, that box right around the 20 to let's say 20 to just below 21,000. That is going to create the FOMO that we want. Okay, and then after we get that accomplished, let me get my little box here. Oh, I'm off the chart. I can't scroll over anymore. Oh, it's a bummer. Okay, anyway, over in here, that's when we start. We're going to bring it up even more, see how far it can go. And then this is like where we start our, right in here, anything above this range here, that's where we're going to start our distribution. Okay, start our distribution and have fun with that. Okay, so that's the plan, guys, for you whales out there. And yeah, so that's it. I'm going to go ahead and leave that on there. That is the whale stuff. Okay, let me scroll out here, move it on over. It's not grabbing it. Squinch it down. Well, no. Can I grab it down? Yeah. Okay. So you guys have the plan right around here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right. So there we go. All right. So all the other, a lot of people are probably wondering what in the bloody hell I'm talking about. Okay. I'm talking about how to pull coins from you, bump this thing up, how to actually transfer profit from you to me. All right. That's how it goes. That's how it works. This is the market psychology of how they move the market. How will they entice you to sell your coins to them? How are they going to do that? And it's not only you that they're after. They're after the hedge funds as well, because a lot of hedge funds hold a lot of coins, and they need to be. One thing in here is that what we could try for, I'm going back to the whales here that I forgot, is up here in this area. Before we hit this, right around in here, we might want to have a pretty substantial shakeout. I think I covered that where we bring it way the hell down, but we might want to have another one that comes down in this area. Okay, so that's just for you guys. But anyway, this is how to get coins from you to them. Okay, because they want their coins. They want your coins. And it's really not a money thing. It's more like of a game thing. Okay, but you can see, okay, where is Bitcoin heading? If they start, they're doing games down here because they think Bitcoin isn't going to 20. It's already done that. They are looking for multiples of 5 plus. Okay, so they're looking way up here in this range. All right, somewhere around in here. Yeah, I know the scale's kind of messed up there, so don't think, oh, it's going up to 500,000. No, they're looking like around the 100, 120 range right there, and then they're going to see what's going to happen. Okay. But yeah, those are the kind of returns that they want. They're not going to fiddle with this stuff. Yeah, okay. So it goes from 8 grand to 100,000. Yeah, that's the kind of returns they want. Is that impossible? No. Okay. You had the Dow Jones. That's why I brought this up. Dow Jones Industrial Average. Showing that they're creating FOMO right now. Let me go here to like the 30 minutes. You can see. I get the auto off. Yeah, they're is that the right one? Yeah, DJI. Yeah, okay, fine. They're creating FOMO right now. Okay, came down here, did this huge pattern, and it's doing a smaller one. They're going to be bumping it up. So the Dow to me is right now looking pretty strong. Anyway, that's about it. Like, subscribe, get notified. See if some people are on the chat. Hey, there's some people. Hey, peoples, how's it going? Hey, Megan McClure. Thanks for watching. Yeah, so you're new to this whole space, and you find it amusing how everyone thinks each coin should go parabolic constantly to the moon and never come down. Yeah, what we call them is moon boys, okay? It's where they think everything should constantly be in a bear run. Not a bear market, a bull run. Not a bull market, but it's got to be in a bull run, right? The thing is because they're after Lambos. There's a lot of people in this space that they shouldn't be in the space, basically. Let's put it this way. I ran into a fellow. It was an acquaintance of a friend of a friend, that type of thing. I was talking to him. And he said that he got into crypto to try to help pay his rent. And I'm thinking, oh gosh. So I told him, don't go in the waters, man. I mean, don't swim in the waters. Because there's people like me and others out there that would just gladly take his money. I mean, he's in there. He's in the water. Yeah. Okay, fine. But there are people out there that are literally trying to pay their bills or to supplement their income, to help them with other stuff. They don't have a base income already from what they do that can pay the rent or the food or whatever. They're struggling to do that, and so those are the ones that are in this market. A lot of them are that voice their opinions. And granted, there's a lot of people that aren't, okay? But the ones that are really voicing their opinions are those type that always ask when moon, when this, when Lambo. They're just frankly uninformed. Okay, wouldn't even call them investors. I'd call them gamblers. They don't do the work. They don't do the homework. They're looking for tips. Oh, where do you think it's going to go? Okay. And, where do I think it's going to go? I think your money is going to be transferred to me. That's where I think it's going to go. So it's just how this market is. And they're going to be basically taken out, wiped out, because of that's how the market works. It transfers their wealth to us, right? To people with more experience and knowledge, and experience counts for a lot, right? And that's just how it is. But yeah, it is totally mind-blowing, the investors that are here. I mean, you have investors here that actually think that the banks are going to collapse. Okay? They think the banks are going to collapse, and so they have this mentality, and then they're wondering, "Oh, how do I cash out into fiat?" But dude, the banks are going to collapse, okay? Why on earth would you want to cash out into fiat? So you go play the alts so you can increase your Bitcoin, okay? If you really think that the banks are going to collapse and stuff like that, then you would have absolutely no care in the world. You wouldn't even care on knowing how to off-ramp, fiat. You'd just care how to on-ramp it. You wouldn't give two hoots about off-ramping it, because basically what you're doing is you're buying your money for the future. Okay, now you can have that point of view, which basically is what Bitcoin was designed for during the banking collapse, right? Where we had to give them a bailout. Anyway, there's a lot of getting back to that comment. Yeah, it really blows me away how they only think that it continued to go up, and they want it to continue to go parabolic and short term, so they can just go 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 X. People that maybe bought 100 XRP and want to have a Lambo from it. Okay, it's mind blowing, but it is what it is, and yeah, it is what it is. Thanks for the comment. Welcome to the space. Crypto is a lot of fun. It's nice and fast and has volatility. So yeah. Hey, JG says, hey, I'm charting at least a drop to 72 for BTC. If that doesn't hold, then drop to 6K range is in sight. Yeah, very well could be. Very well could be. But like I just said, if they drop it more than basically where they're at, they're going to be in jeopardy of losing coins, and that's the last thing that they want to do. Okay. But yeah, let's go back to BTC, USD. Oh, that's on Bitstamp. Yeah, so if they drop it down to this red line here, they are really in jeopardy of losing their coins. They're going to say, oh, I'm going to drop it back down and I'm going to buy them up. No. That's not going to happen. You're going to drop it down, and there's going to be a big mouth here eating them up, and you're not going to be able to buy them back, okay, because somebody else is taking them from you. So I wouldn't, yeah, it can go down, but will it? It'll get eaten up right down here, okay? This is like danger zone. Danger zone. Oh, yeah, Belmont Stakes is coming up. So, yeah, danger zone, anything around here that is below 74, okay? If we see that, then there'll be some interesting stuff going on, okay? There'll be some whales that get wrecked. Good point. I mean, it could happen, right? It's the market. Hey, Dances. Hey, Ryan. Thoughts on DGB? Still strong. Did a video on it on the last one. Still looks strong. The bail-in is next for the banks. No, I don't think so. Not this time. I don't think so, guys. Not going to be for the banks. So we'll see. Anyway, if you have any more comments, questions, whatever like that, keep this in mind, okay? So this was a video for the whales out there on a nice game plan to help you guys figure out how to extract the most amount of coins from the traders out there in the market, okay? And don't forget about these two areas here. So that's our general overall target, to really bump it up and to get the FOMO in from the institutionals, okay? Then we can bounce it around, however, and just suck the coins out of them and then pop it back up, and then really see the FOMO. Anyway, that is it, guys. Thanks for watching. So I shall catch you later. Like, subscribe, and get notified.